is. It's live now. We're live now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Yeah.
Ooh, Mazel Tov.
The third day.
It's the third day.
Three candles lit.
Yeah, we celebrated on Sunday.
Do you celebrate the beginning or the end of it?
We usually do either or, but we did the beginning this time because the end of it would be on the 26th, and that's just like, many days of festivities.
Afterthought.
And you'll be buried in like 7 feet of snow by then, apparently.
No, they're already breaking it down.
Yeah, they're walking it back a lot. Yeah,
Which I
good.
assume is, which I assume, it's like 10 inches.
Snowpocalypse. 31 inches of snow.
Yeah, no. The only thing that's gonna suck is the wind, probably.
Yeah, it's gonna be windy and cold.
You're in the windy city, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Shut up, Woo.
You know the misnomer. Don't encourage the stereotype, especially if you're streaming.
It's too late. All I can do is lie. What are we doing today?
All right. So last time
Hey,
you guys left Mordekainen's little mansion, and you guys left him as he went on a quest to find his stuff. You began your trek to Kresh, looking for the second item that Madame Ava put you on the path so many, now kind of, I guess a week or two ago, technically in game time, a couple weeks now in game time, that you would need to defeat Strahd. You were told it was in a monastery or church of some type in Kresh. You guys made your way to Kresh. Pretty without very little issues. You guys had some intense dreams, okay? Froshra continued his transformation through an intense dream as well. And as he becomes more bird-like by the day, you guys made it to Kresh, and once you got to Kresh, you guys were allowed in with some suspicion and some shifty eyes, but you guys managed to talk to the burgomaster, who allowed you in and said you could take part and look at the abbey. As you went up to the abbey, you encountered two people, I guess you could say, that were misshapen, misformed, and a mixture of animal slash human. Actually, say multiple animals and human. And you guys were going to try to see the abbot. You want to talk to the abbot or the leader of this abbey. As you went through the abbey, you saw there was multiple animal people locked up in cages, acting very animalistic throughout the process. And so you found your way. You were taken down to a subterranean level. It's just like a kind of cloister in this abbey where you guys entered what looks like to be like an altar slash church cloister area. So there's pews and there's an altar at the front with a couple steps that lead up. And you guys approach a man who he's wearing, monk robes, monk robes slash abbot robes, but he has his hood back. I posted his picture in the Curse of Strahd Discord. He has nice, fine blonde hair, fair skin. He has eyes that have a slight glow to them. It's they're like bluish, but they got like a glow to them as well. He looks very fit, very young, very pristine. On the altar, you see what looks to be a corpse in a shredded red dress, kind of laying on the altar. And Otto and Siegfried are walking you towards him. And he kind of turns towards you and walks down the steps of the altar towards you. And he goes, welcome, my children. How may I be of service to you?
I nudge Meldos.
I'm trying to remember what we were doing.
So you were coming here looking for an item for Strahd. You think it's some kind of holy symbol that will be used. That's what Madame Ava says. Some kind of holy symbol that could be used against Strahd.
And we don't know this guy, do we?
No, you've never met him before. This is someone you've never met before.
I mean,
I'm
trying to think of anybody mentioning him even before, other than the townsfolk down below. Right?
No, the first time you've heard of him is from Otto and the townsfolk below, and then Otto and Siegfried kind of tell you about him.
Yeah, as far as we know, it was just there's something important that we need to beat up Strahd with in this abbey, and we were now at the abbey. Oh. So
now you must be the abbot, I assume.
Well, yes, I am the abbot. I am, let's just say, in charge around here, and it's nice to see you. And he looks at you he looks at all four of you kind of slowly, and he looks at you and he goes, "You are not of this realm, are you?"
Only recently. That's kind of why we're here. We're trying to get out.
I understand that all too well, my children. I understand that all too well.
Um, can I take a moment to cast primeval awareness?
Sure.
Is he also still like
Um,
elbow deep in a corpse right now?
No, he turned away. He turned away from me
Okay.
and walked towards you guys. It's like a couple feet back. You guys are at the front of the altar, but it's a couple. It's like 5, 10 feet back. Yeah.
Okay.
And what's
Okay.
primeval awareness do again?
Within a mile, any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
So do you know like where they're at exactly again? I kind of forget how that spell works. It's been a while since we used it.
No, not exact.
You sense celestial very, 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 very close.
Is it the glowing eyes? Is that's why?
Like maybe right in front of you.
Wow. I'm taken aback a little bit.
Yeah. So it does kind of take you back because it's like right in front of you. It's a little bit overpowering the aura you're getting, Vaughn. That's right in front of you.
Your Eminence, we have come here with for an ordained reason. There is something here that we need that can save us all from this realm. We are not exactly sure what we are looking for. We were hoping that you may assist us in this endeavor.
So you are correct. There is something here that will help save this realm, and I have been working on this project now for many years. But first, why don't you take a seat? Make yourselves comfortable. I'm sure you've traveled long and far, and I know the roads around here are not safe nor pleasant to travel. Please take a seat in the pews. He just kind of offers you guys to sit down.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down right away.
Perception.
I guess.
Perception check. I want to look around. Does anything look like it could be trapped?
So make a perception check with advantage because you are looking around with your keen eyes.
Keen eyes.
Ooh.
And I was just gonna say, can I get a read on this guy at all?
Yeah,
I guess an insight check. Or
Yeah, make an insight. Yeah.
insight is something I'm good at,
Mhm.
but that is a 8 rolled, so that's a total of 15.
15. I mean, so far you haven't felt anything like shifty or insidious for sure yet. I mean, it looks like there's no traps. You're not feeling any danger necessarily. He just seems like a guy that's talking to you and kind of make you feel comfortable. You haven't got anything bad yet. Let's put it that way. No bad juju.
Okay, and then
19
just
perception.
What was yours, Jack?
19.
okay.
19.
I just wanted to clarify. Was he elbows deep in a corpse, or was he? Is there just a lady lying in front of him, and he is just kind of there?
Well, let me give it to Froststrike because Froststrike made the perception check. So Froststrike,
Uh,
look around the room. This looks like your standard cloister, right? This looks like a place where monks or abbots would come down to do their rituals or their mass. This is not necessarily a church for the lay people or the regular people. This is for like the more religious zealots, right? So it's a little bit more dingy kind of down here. But you notice on the altar, you look at this corpse on the altar, and with your keen eyes, you look. This looks like a female, right? You can tell just by the shapes, right? Raised chest, that kind of stuff. You kind of get that sense. But if you look at the skin looks like it's been stitched together. You see stitching everywhere. It looks like this corpse has been sewed up. Some of the skin looks raw. Some of it looks like it's inside out. The flesh is inside out. Like you kind of got the fleshy part on the outside, not the skin. And it looks like a bit of a mess. And the red dress is shattered and torn. But what catches your eye with a 19 is there's a necklace around the chest, like around the neck of this humanoid, and it looks like a symbol that you've seen before but haven't seen in a couple weeks. It looks like the symbol that you saw on your invitation to come to Barovia all that time ago when you first got into this mess. It looks similar to that crest.
Okay. And it's around her neck, just like laying on it, like right here.
It's a necklace. Yeah, it's connected as a necklace.
And is the body moving at all? Like,
No, you don't see no movement at the moment.
is there like it's like a patchwork? Is it all like humanoid? Like it does it look like there's like fur?
No,
or
it's not like the other. It's not like the creatures you've seen. It's not like animal. There's like not animal parts. It is all flesh. It's just flesh is in different states. Like some of the flesh looks raw, some of it looks decayed, some of it looks fresh, some of it looks like normal skin. It's just a complete mishmash of human flesh, effectively. But there's no like animal parts, scales, that kind of stuff.
Rockshrug is a little disturbed. He will take a seat and remain silent.
And the epic. Yeah. So you guys, did you guys ever take a seat? What about Meldos and
Meldos will sit. Yeah, seeing everyone else sitting,
Trace.
will sit.
And
I don't sense any malice. I don't like the body on the altar or the all the whatever these creatures are, but I'll still sit down.
Yeah, and the epic goes, Otto, Siegfried, why don't you go tend to the dinner call? I can take care of our guests. And you see them, they kind of both bow their head and they head back up the stairs. So Otto and Siegfried kind of walk up the stairs quietly as they go to take care of their brethren upstairs. And the abbot looks at you and he goes, so, tell me, how did you get here? What was your journey like? It's not too often outsiders get to enter Barovia, so you must be special, especially since considering not Vistani. So tell me your story, my children.
Well, it's been quite a bit of a week, I would say. It's only been like a week. Yeah.
Yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks. It might be like 2 weeks now,
Maybe like
effectively.
2
But yeah,
weeks,
it's not been that long.
Yeah, and I guess we'll talk a little bit about, we came through Valaki. We've run into Strahd a couple of times. We once went up to the castle, and somehow we've all made our way out of there, but only just barely. But now we're looking for a way to defeat our host, I suppose.
You hope to escape, is what you're trying to tell me.
I think all of us find,
Yes, that would be ideal.
at least this place is not very friendly to those of us with souls, I guess.
This I understand well. This is something I've been working at for a long time, and it's been my goal to lift this curse off this land, and I've been working at that. So I understand. And you said you were up in the castle and made it out? That in itself is a remarkable feat for you to defeat or get away from Strahd, at least in that sense.
He enjoys toying with us. He invited us to dinner and then let us leave. We have encountered him several times, and he has not been particularly friendly. So it seems the only way out of this land is defeating the Count. So, Baron, I don't remember.
Yeah, Count. As he hears you say that, you see him. He closes his eyes, and he has a symbol on his chest, like also a necklace on his chest. And he holds it, and he closes it, and he makes a short whisper to himself. And he looks at you, and he goes, "You are being hunted, aren't you?"
Oh, constantly.
One could say that, yes.
So I assume by your story, you understand what is happening to you, what is going to probably happen to you.
Well, wouldn't mind hearing from your perspective.
So, as you know or may not know, but it seems like you're starting to figure out the picture just from your story that every few years, sometimes decades, it depends, Strahd brings new outsiders into our land. Sometimes outsiders come in accidentally or they hear about this place and they come here willingly. That does happen. But once in a while, Strahd brings groups here willingly himself. He lures them here or he traps them here, and then he toys with them, hunts them, and kills them one by one. And that's unfortunately seems like the fate that has been bestowed upon you. I have just said a prayer to the Morning Lord in your name, for I unfortunately fear for your future.
Well, all the prayers we can get.
How
Take
did
'em.
you arrive in Barovia yourself?
So I was one of those that came willingly. I came many years ago. I had heard about a demiplane where where souls and people were being tortured and a great evil laid. I decided to talk and try to figure out what was going on. I found some Vistani, and I found a way to come here. So I came here willingly, knowing what I was getting myself into. And I wanted to break the curse on this land. And that's what I've been doing for many, many years, trying to break this curse.
Any regrets?
And no, I believe I'm getting very close. And I think I found the solution to breaking the curse.
Well, we'll be glad to help you however we can. Then that timing seems perfect.
There may be a way to help me since you have been in Strahd's castle.
What is the solution that you have found? I'd like to know more about how you think this problem can be solved.
And well, I'll come back to you, Frosher, but he becomes fixated on what Meldo says. He goes, "You said you were in the castle. Did you manage to get anything of Strahd's or anything that belongs to him or anything that could be used to find out more information about him or his past or anything that has a connection to him?"
I guess we'll search my pockets. Did we get anything? I can't remember now.
No.
We have the tome.
We
did
have the
Yes.
tome. Oh.
The tome.
I don't know if I want to show him the tome.
Alternatively, we also, I mean, he's bit several of you. I imagine that's something that remains.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I don't know. There's
Did he leave any teeth in me?
No, he didn't. No Strahd fangs broke off in your skin.
also, didn't you steal a bunch of the food when we were there? Do we have like cutlery and stuff?
I guess you do, yeah. I guess you technically do have some cutlery, yeah. Yeah, I guess you do have some color technically. Yeah.
So, who has the tome right now?
I think Froststrike. I think. I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure actually.
It's
Yeah,
in
boy-
the boy has it
We
in
gave
the
it to
tool,
Fisher.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do. Fisher does have it.
Fisher
So
has the tome.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say like, I don't know if this is. I guess can I? I will do one more insight check on him, just one more chime to see.
Sure, roll insight.
Yeah, I guess I didn't actually roll insight yet. So
Did
go ahead.
Vaughn say anything about their check?
No, Vaughn did not tell you about the primeval awareness check.
I got a 22.
22. So let's say with the 22, you get that he's very eager to learn about anything to do with Strahd. Like he's like he's definitely overly eager. You're not getting a sense that necessarily like he's on Strahd's side or anything like that, but you get a sense that he's overly eager, right? A little too eager maybe in a certain sense, but like you're not sensing like, anything malicious other than that.
Right, he's not gonna,
Like he's a
cut us
little
to-
obsessive.
Yeah.
I would say pushing obsessive on the topic. That's what you're getting the feel of.
He's
point.
just waiting for one more Funko Pop to complete his collection.
Yeah, you got to get that feel exactly.
Okay, with that check, with that observation, I'll say, this isn't necessarily from his castle, I don't think, but and then I'll pull out Fisher. All right.
Okay. And so you bring the ghost out.
Yeah, bring the ghost out, and
So he kind of looks taken aback. He goes, "You have a spirit trapped."
it's one more second, Fisher. Can you get us that book that we told you to hold on to us for a while?
Okay, Fisher kind of goes back into his genie in the bottle type thing, comes back out, and he goes, "Oh, here, sir. Here." He hands it to you, Meldos.
Yeah, thanks a lot, kiddo. You can hang out if you want, or you can go back. It's up to you.
And he goes back in, and the abbot looks at you and he goes, "Mind me asking why you have a spirit of a bound boy in your possession?" He looks a little confused.
We're looking for his home, and
It is a long story.
yeah,
Yes.
we can go into
Alright,
that. It's a bit of a side story. We can go into that later. You probably
He's gonna roll. Hold on, he has to roll insight on you guys. He's gonna roll insight on you guys. See how much he believes. Okay, he rolled and he makes his own judgment. Okay.
Wait,
I mean, we're not lying.
I don't know what we're doing.
It is
right,
a long
but-
story about how you got a cursed book and it ruined us
And a
all.
boy, yeah. You'll want to take a look at this book though, and I'll hold it out. I won't give it to him, but I'll hold it out. Right. And he'll have to approach me to look at it.
Yeah, and he approaches you. He goes, "May I?" He puts his hand out,
Of course. Yep.
and he opens it up, And you see he kind of goes through a couple pages. And you notice when he goes through the pages, he moves his hand, the pages move on their own. So he doesn't touch the pages, kind of goes through. He goes, you have something very, very important here. And it is crucial to my work. I need this. And he looks like, also he kind of gets like serious while looking at you guys.
How long do you think you need it for?
No, hold on. How far away is he from? Is he like actively touching the book, or like is there space?
Yeah, he's holding the book, and he's right next to Meldos and you guys as you're sitting in the abbey. And you guys in the front pew. He's like standing right in front of the pew with you guys.
So I guess Meldos is up then.
Meldos stood up to get the book. I would say, yeah.
I'm still kind of holding on to it. Like we're like.
That's fine. Yeah, you kind of holding it. That's fine. Yeah, he's kind of just holding. You're holding part of it. He's going through the pages. That's fine. I'm okay.
Yeah, with that. I'd like to get up and I'm not going to attack him, but I'd like to take more of an aggressive stance in the sense that Strahd will stand up to his full height and he will look at the abbot and say, I do not think so. I believe we've already shown you too much. Unless you can give us a reason to give this to you, I am not willing to part with this.
And he looks at you, kind of serious, not with ill intent, just like serious. He goes, I understand that. So, I think it's important then you have to trust me and understand where I'm coming from to understand how important it is that I get this tool to help complete my project. He goes, and he kind of steps back and he kind of hands the book back to Meldos. And he goes, you see the woman on the table?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had noticed.
He kind of just ignores Vaughn's comment. He goes, that is Vasilka. Vasilka has been a project I have been working on for many years. Judging by the contents of this book, you know Strahd's main goal, do you not?
He seems to have one of many.
He has one overarching goal, and I'm hoping you've figured it out by now, and I hope you've read this book to a certain extent.
No, we thumbed through it a couple times, but it was kind of hard to read, a little dense.
Make a deception check, because you guys you've deciphered a little bit about it.
Yeah, I think
you have a gist. You have a gist.
Yeah.
Like you don't have it all for sure, but you have a gist.
Checking my notes. Yeah.
21.
21. Okay, so he goes, well then, I will enlighten you because it's important that you know. Many, many years ago, Strahd was in love with a woman named Tatiana. Tatiana did not love Strahd in return. She loved his brother, Sergei. And Strahd made a deal with a dark power of some sort, and he cursed this land in the process. Tatiana killed herself rather than go into Strahd's hands in marriage. And then Strahd also murdered his brother Sergei in the process. But to keep Tatiana from getting away from his grasp, Strahd, with his new power, broke the land away and cursed all the souls to be put in an ever-turning cycle. Tatiana has been reborn hundreds of times into different Barovians and different Barovian women. And Strahd each time tries to hunt her down in the land and tries to reunite with her. Somewhere out there right now, there has to be the soul of Tatiana in bed in a woman or a creature out there. And Strahd will be looking for her at all times. That's his overarching goal. I have decided, since it's difficult to find this one soul out there, that I was going to try to imbue the soul of Tatiana somehow into this construct here that I've been working on, Vasilka. And by bringing more and more of Strahd's instruments and parts of him, I may be able to lure the soul here to end the cycle. So that Strahd can marry Vasilka, and then it can end the curse. Because I feel that's the only way to defeat Strahd. Get him what he wants. Give him the soul of Tatiana. Sacrifice one soul to save a whole land of souls. And that's what I've been trying to do. And I've been trying desperately to find the soul of Tatiana and bind her to this construct. Right now, it's just a mindless flesh golem. But eventually, if I keep working with it, I can find a way to bind her soul I can save this land. And he looks like desperate. Like he looks like anxious as he's talking about this. Like he's like really wants us to save the land.
Well,
Mr.
yeah,
Abbott.
like, the problem with that theory is that he already does have Tatiana, and it doesn't seem to be making any difference.
So he snaps his head towards you, Vaughn, like Terminator style. What do you mean? And he like walks over to you, and you see like it's not even a walk; it's more like a hover, but it's like super fast. What do you mean?
Well, we met her when we first arrived in Barovia. Her name is Irina, and we tried to keep her from Strahd for a time, but we failed. And eventually, Strahd took her back to his castle with him, and that's where she is now,
He has her right now.
as far as we know.
This may be the opportunity we were looking for. This may be perfect. Did you resist him?
As far as we know,
Yes.
yes.
This is exactly the opportunity we've been looking for. And he looks deadly serious. With your book, I can understand more of exactly what happened between Strahd, Tatiana, and Sergei. With that book, if I can decipher the whole thing, I can figure out how to imbue her. Here's what will happen. Inevitably, Tatiana, aka Arena, will resist him again. She will die. Her soul will then be freed, and we can lure her into Vasilka, who I can then bind, and I can bend her to my will, so that eventually she will accept Strahd.
I kind of don't like that for various reasons.
Rostrug doesn't follow. I thought Strahd's goal was the subjugation and oppression of women all throughout Barovia.
He
Strahd
does seem kind of like that guy, yes.
Strahd does push for power, but he wants one thing more than else, and that is Tatiana to be wed to him and to be his. And not just physically, but their souls. And that's what he's always wanted the most. And that's why he made whatever dark deal he did to get what power he has. But Tatiana will not bend, but I can bend her by putting her into this construct. Please, give me the book and I can save this land.
I mean, why? You know, again, putting aside the weirdness of all this, even if so, why do you think you can succeed here where Strahd has not been able to? Why do you think you'd be able to convince Tatiana?
And he kind of stands up and he goes, it's not a matter of convincing, it's a matter of forging the soul to a certain will. I believe I can do that. I have that ability.
It just sounds a little bit like a little rapey, don't you think?
I agree that the method is unfair to Tatiana's soul, but if you could sacrifice one soul to save tens of thousands, 20,000, 30,000 souls, and bring this land back into the material prime plane, is that not worth it? And he looks at each and every one of you slowly as you as you're like thinking about answering his question.
I mean,
I would posit
what if it was
that-
your own soul? I think that's the hard part. You're forcing this on someone else.
I would gladly give up my soul if it worked in this situation, but it will not.
Sure,
But
but I
Tatiana
feel
is unwilling to have that choice herself.
I agree. I understand, and I do not feel good by making this choice. Trust me, I feel somewhat sickened by it even. But I do not see any other way to break this curse on this land and free these people. Their souls are currently going through a vicious recycle, and they never can be freed to go where they deem to go. Your souls are part of that trap now. I can also get you out of here.
Do you know if Sergei's soul is trapped here too?
He must be. Somewhere. Yes. No souls have been able to leave ever.
Because I don't know, maybe the problem isn't that we need to change the people and their souls. Maybe we just need to let them accept who they are and accept their realities. You know, if Strahd felt like Sergei took something away from him, I mean, maybe he just doesn't have the right perspective. maybe we can reason with him.
With Strahd.
It does sound like he just needs to learn how to take a loss here.
You
I
are
would-
free to try that, but I can tell you right now, it's been hundreds of years and he has not learned that lesson, and I believe his greed and his lusts for her soul has only increased. I would say that's a fool's errand, but I would not stop you from trying, that's for sure. But I can tell you right now, one thing I do know is that book is the key to helping me complete Vasilka and ending this curse. I need it.
And we will not part with it. I'm sorry. Why don't you join us rather than this fool's errand you are on?
Why do you think this is the fool's errand? What about my plan has not seemed good to you? Perhaps you need more convincing.
If there's one thing I have learned about Baron Strahd, Count Strahd, it is that he is not a complete fool. Do you plan on animating this dead woman with the soul of Irina or Tatiana? What will make him want this flesh golem or I think that's what it would be, right?
Yeah, it is a flesh golem, exactly.
Anyway, and what would, and even then, what would stop her from taking her own life? Like
That's my point. With the book and me understanding more of the story and the details of the story, I can bend her soul to my will. I have these powers to do this. Let me show you what I mean. And with that, you see him. He kind of starts to undo his robe. Yeah, look at it. It's a little uncomfortable for a second. But as he does, you see he grows in size. His skin turns a lightish bluish hue, and he takes the robe off. And as he does, you see that he is not only growing, but he is ripped, absolutely jacked, beautiful pecs, 8-pack, like absolutely ripped from stem to stern. And you look as he takes off the robe, he has metal iron gauntlets on his arm that look golden. And he's got a golden sash that's covering his down midsection. And you see from his back, 2 wings sprout from his wings, 2 beautiful white feathered wings that kind of sprawl out across the whole side of the abbey. And he also at his side has a beautiful, huge golden mace. And you kind of get this feeling of light, like the whole cloister lights up. And you just kind of, he's like hovering. He's not standing anymore, he's hovering. And he's grown to about 10 feet tall. Absolutely jacked, light blue skin, and you see his eyes flash with just this pure blue-white light. And he kind of hands out his hands, goes, "You see now, I am here to help and end the curse. Help me to end the curse. I hate to say this, but it's the only way to save your own lives. Strahd will hunt you down and kill you one by one. I hold the best way for you to be saved."
He's not using any
Having-
magic to convince us. Just shock and awe is what he's doing.
Yeah, if you want to roll an Arcana history or any like to see what this is in front of you, you can.
Yeah, he's just
Oh,
showing me his
okay.
6-pack abs.
Yeah.
This is, the only plan is this.
Well, he's got beautiful giant wings coming from his back that are literally spread across.
I rolled a 21 Arcana.
21.
Can I roll a religion check?
Yeah, religion's fine too. Arcana, religion, and Meldos knows what this is already though.
23 religion.
You both know what this is. This is a Deva. This is the 3rd tier of celestial angels from the heavens, and you know to be a fairly powerful being. There's still planetars and solars that are higher than this, but still nothing to be sniffed at as a Deva. He goes, "I am a Deva of the Morning Lord, and I've come to end this curse." And you see on his chest too, like the Morning Lord amulet is sitting on his chest and kind of sitting there.
Wow.
The
Is that the
Celestials
same-
would not do anything, so I came here to fix the curse myself.
Is it the same symbol that's on the woman's amulet or a different one?
No, that is a different one. So
Okay.
that is one, I'll say because it's been such a long time. That looks similar to the crest you saw on the introduction letter to come to Barovia that lured you guys here. So that looks like effectively, just because you won't remember, that is the crest of Strahd's house.
Okay. Yeah.
aka maybe what you're looking for from your tarot card.
Have you
Uh,
tried killing Strahd yet?
Yes, those muscles are very impressive. They seem like they would do very well in the fight against Strahd.
He looks at you and he goes, "As strong as I am, I would not be able to defeat Strahd one-on-one.
well, you don't have to be
Even with some help.
one-on-one. What about with some friends?
We
It's
know a
still-
powerful wizard.
I don't think." He looks at you. He goes, "I don't think you understand. That would not break the curse on this land."
How is it that Strahd has become so powerful? Certainly, we have learned that there is some larger force that is granting him his power. Does the Morning Lord have any insight into what could be creating this invincible force that he has?
That's why I hope to look at the book that you found. That may be some of the information we've been looking for. I do not know. You're right. He does get his power from somewhere else. What that is, though, I do not know. How he managed to rip out of the prime material plane into a demi-plane like this is unnatural. That's why I'm looking for more information. This book might be the answer. And he looks at Meldos. He goes, "Give it to me, my child."
I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to hold it
I mean,
closer
are
to
we-
myself. Yeah.
You're just using this book for research? Is that all? Because we could read it.
That and to bind the soul of Tatiana once she passes and her spirit is freed of her corporeal form. There may not be much time, as if you say he has this Irina, she may die at any moment. If her soul's free, it's best to catch her when it just comes free.
I mean,
Well,
we've made some promises to keep Irina as alive as possible. So this isn't
Strahd
going to
has grown
fly.
quite fond of Arena. He sees no reason that we cannot save her and also defeat Strahd.
If the devil already has her, there is no saving her. She is lost. The devil is also hunting you. You may be lost, but do not condemn this whole region, all these people, to a continual suffering in this cycle. Please, I hate to resort to violence, but I need that book.
And we would hate to disobey a follower of such a glorious God, but you are clearly mad, and therefore I suggest you cease, or we shall leave here. No, sorry, we will take our leave, and perhaps you will see reason in the future.
You see him, he kind of goes from hovering to on the ground. He goes, "I am sorry to do this, my children." As he grabs his mace, roll initiative.
Stupid.
Roll that initiative. Legio draws the line in the sand, and
Wow.
And I roll a sweet
rolled-
11.
I got advantage. I rolled 2 5s, so that's a 7.
Meg, Vaughn, just to give you a heads up, I forgot to tell you, you did lose 5 max HP as part of your what the hag did to you. So I changed it for you, so it's in there already. I apologize. You should have said it last time. All right, so Vaughn's feeling a little bit weaker than normal too. What the hell is my counter ability?
This is we're about to get rolled because we all.
Is initiative an ability check?
No, so your initiative should be normal. What the hell is the encounter
What is
ability?
this guy's name?
A Deva.
The abbot, but he is
Sorry.
a diva.
Yeah,
Diva,
he's,
yeah.
he's really a Deva, yeah.
No. Abbot Dave.
We can take it, Dave, if we're smart.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, you
just
guys, we beat a Plantar before.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she was running it easy on us.
I was gonna say that was my famous spreadsheet coding error where I accidentally didn't input one of its attacks.
Oh God, it's funny. You guys rolled shit initiative, but the Deva rolled worse.
Yeah, the morning
All
lord's
right.
on our side now.
Yeah, Astris, you are up first. As you see the Deva go reach for his giant mace, golden mace. What would you like to do? Let me pull up the map here too, real quick. Sorry. So yeah, let's see. You guys would be boop. 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 Boop.
Boop.
All right.
Boop.
So there we go. Yeah, booping. All right, let me share my screen.
Is he currently flying?
No, I told you he landed to kind of make himself look badass. Also, you do have an advantage. The ceiling here is not super high, so you could he literally can't it's more of like you could still reach him even if he was flying probably because you could reach his legs. So that is one nice.
And he's like 10 feet tall too, so easy.
Yeah, so he's the flying will actually be it's not very advantage in his situation right now. All right, Strahd, you are up. You see my map?
Yeah, I do.
So he is right, and he's effectively kind of like right there because he's like right in front of you. He was talking to you guys.
Okay. So he's in punching range?
Yeah, for you, yeah.
Shit. Okay. What can I do anything as a bonus action? Not really. Okay. As a bonus action, I am going to turn into one of my starry forms. So I'm going to go into the form of a chalice, and then I'm going to disengage and try to move as far away from him as possible. Like, basically, the second he's touched down, I just leap over the pube behind me.
So
a
bundle of stars, too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see a bunch of stars just haul ass backwards. All right. Is that about right on the map?
30 feet. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever works for you. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, that's 30.
About it for me. Yeah.
Okay. Next up we have our Vaughn and Meldos.
I'm gonna try to hide behind a pew.
Okay. Real quick, Vaughn, before you do that, as soon as you realize you're in combat, you hear in your head, "I can get the killing blow. I can become more powerful. We can become more powerful. You must end the angel yourself." And you hear in your head, you have this like bloodlust craze all of a sudden towards this angel. And what would you like to do?
Well, I guess in that case, instead of that, I'm gonna stand up on the pew so I can
Okay.
get a better shot.
All right.
And then I'm going to Hunter's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, always forget how to play my character. So then I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Is he next to Meldos?
Yeah, so I'll say you get sneak attack. Yeah, I'll say he's close enough that you get sneak attack. Because I know it's not quite right, but yeah, you get sneak attack.
Do I get advantage because of my dread ambush for first round, or does that not count since we were?
Well, I think it basically means as long as he hasn't gone first, so I think you still get it if I recall correctly.
Yeah, but either way, he's still technically being flanked, so you would still get it regardless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't. There's no way I hit it anyway.
Yeah. Now with those rules, geez, 1 and a 3. So yeah, you missed. So
remember, you got one more.
Okay, that's a lot better. That's a 29 to hit.
29 will definitely hit. All right, yeah, roll damage.
And I'm so sorry about this, but because we leveled, I have to look up what my sneak attack is now. Because I don't know. If
It's 2d6, so I can see it right now.
Okay, wow, I'm rolling really bad damage. So 5 damage on regular, and then 2d6 on sneak attack.
Plus a d6 for your hunter's mark.
Or hunter's mark. So still really bad damage. I rolled like all ones.
Yeah, it's rolled.
Wow, that's so bad. That's
So,
a total of 12 damage.
12 damage, yeah, not very good. So you see your arrow, one arrow pierces the Daevite, hits him in the shoulder. And I'll say Meldos and Frost Shrug, since you're right there, you see it more. The arrows hit, and it looks like they're doing a burning effect on him. And he looks like extra in pain. And Vaughn, in your head, you hear, "I can taste him. I can taste him."
Yeah.
And like you get this like blood rush as you feel it. But you guys notice like this weird effect that like it's not just like normal arrows hitting this Daeva. It's like causing some weird
Something's
burning
happening.
effect on him too. Yeah.
Just,
Sorry, good.
a little backstory to Vaughn. She actually originally grew up in an orphanage for the Morning Lord and chose to live on the streets instead of with that asshole. So I am ready for this.
Yeah, you feel a sense of like vindication and justice and like all that. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Meldos, you are up. And
All right.
wait, Vaughn, do you want to move any more?
I guess I'll just hop hop down so that I'm in between the pews. I don't have another bonus action to hide, but maybe that gives me a partial cover. I don't know.
You get a little very small partial cover, but yeah, I give you a little bit. All right, Meldos, you're up, and you have this Deva with an arrow sticking in him, and he's looking a bit not happy now.
First thing we're gonna do is bonus action Fisher.
Okay, Fisher's out.
So
I'll
he's
have to pull up the.
He's back, baby.
Meldos, yeah, you see Fisher come out. He goes, "Oh no, what's going on?"
I'll toss it. I'm gonna toss him the book and say, "Get as far as you can from us, from
Okay,
this guy."
all right. One sec, real quick. I will bring up Fisher real quick. I just gotta open it up. Go ahead, keep going. What you're doing now.
All right, and then I'm gonna punch the bad angel. In the face.
Okay, punch the bad angel.
23 to hit.
I'll definitely do it.
All right, and that will be. I don't remember if I had any cool things. 7 thunder damage.
7 thunder. So you kind of hit him with your gauntlets, and it looks like it does decent. You know, it looks like it does what's supposed to do. So you kind of punch him, and he kind of like he goes back and he kind of grunts. But yeah, okay.
Then I'll do it again.
Go for it again as you kind of mechanically start beating his ass.
That's an 11. Probably won't hit him.
Yeah, that will miss. You hit wide, you kind of just hit air. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think all I can do is move. I guess I'll just kind of move into the aisle there. I'll still staying on him, but just
Got it. So yeah,
basically covering between the angel and the stars is where I'm at right now.
I got you. Covering covering the ghost and your star buddy. Got it. All right. The Deva's up. The Deva is looking enraged, and he kind of looks at Vaughn confused at what happened to him. What is he gonna do is the question. I think. Yeah, I think he's gonna take it because he sees a threat and he feels something change. Meldos, you get an opportunity attack as you watch, kind of like he doesn't fly necessarily. He kind of like does like like a little arch, like it's like kind of flying, but he just like goes over, kind of jumps over Frost Shrug and goes to Vaughn. But Meldos, you get an opportunity attack.
What do I use for an opportunity attack? I don't remember already. Just
It's a regular melee attack.
Yeah, it's just a regular melee attack for you.
so not my thunder gauntlets.
I guess technically it would be, right? It would be Thunder Gauntlets.
It's just my hands. It's just my hands.
Yeah, for you it's your Thunder Gauntlets, yeah.
It's just my hands. It's 11 damage.
Yeah, bad rolls. Yeah, so you miss. Vaughn, all of a sudden,
I rolled damage. I didn't roll the hit.
Oh, okay.
That was still won't hit. 13.
Yeah, it's still won't hit. Yeah, it's still miss wide. Vaughn, this angel lands in front of you. Like you hear it. Like you watch the tiles crack as he lands in front of you, and you hear him say, "You carry great evil with you," and he pulls up his mace to go smash you. I'll give you +1 to your AC for partial cover from the pew. Okay.
Okay.
All right. First one is a bad hit. 15 to hit.
I'm going to silvery barbs.
Okay. So what does that do?
He gets disadvantage.
Okay. So roll again. It's still 15 because you rolled better on the second one.
So hits me then.
All right. So it hits you.
And you still get advantage on something, or you can give it to one of us if you'd like.
So on the first hit, you take 9 bludgeoning damage, but you also, as the hammer hits you, you see the searing light. You take 20 radiant damage as you just feel like this holy light strike you almost like lightning, and you hear in your voice you hear a voice in your head just scream like upset. And that was the first hit. So you take 29 in the first hit.
Okay, I'm gonna be down.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad, but let's see how it goes.
The next one's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
I have to roll disadvantage again.
No, just the one.
That one is 20 damage total. So it was 8 and then 12. So 20 damage in the second one. It's just smashed you with this giant mace. Full on Lord of the Rings Sauron giant mace is just flying around. Just crushing. You guys see Vaughn just getting crushed. All right. That was the Deva's turn. As the Deva has been smashing, you hear him yell. He goes, "Vasilka, aid me." You guys watch as the flesh golem stands up out of the thing. But since it was prone, it only gets half half movement. It doesn't have much movement, so it doesn't move that close. But it is on its way towards Meldos. All right. That's all I can do. Froshrug, you were up, and then Estrella, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm. How much space is between the Deva and the Golem?
It's what, about 20 feet? Maybe like 15, 20?
Okay.
Froshrug?
Okay, I will see my friend Vaughn go down, and I will let out a
Yeah,
battle.
Vaughn's not down.
I
Vaughn's
still
up.
have a little bit of HP.
Vaughn
Yeah.
was beat the shit out of, but Vaughn is up. Vaughn is just like on.
I'm
like,
only supposed
not
to have
looking
3
good.
HP.
Yeah.
All right.
I have 3 HP.
Okay. In that case, I am going to close the distance between me and the Deva.
Got it.
Try to get to the. I want to be directly to the right of him, though, instead of.
So we'll say you
cornered.
jump over the pew. Okay, you jump over the pew, and yeah, you're right next to him.
And I'm going to say, my God also gets up early in the morning. And I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians, and a flock of birds starts flitting, of celestial birds just starts flitting out all around me. And it is going to be radiant, unfortunately, but it'll take 3d8 damage. Or he has to, wait a minute. He has
He has
to
a
do
roll
what?
a wisdom saving throw, and then you take your damage.
Do a wisdom saving throw.
Got it. Wisdom saving throw. That is a 23.
It passes, so it'll take half damage.
So half the half. Got it.
3d8. Okay.
And Estrella, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
There's no way you can roll 2 on a 3d8. Please.
he rolled 1d8. That's why.
Oh.
Rolling 2 more. All right,
Okay.
12.
All right,
So
so 12.
6, so 3.
So
Probably.
you see these little spirit guardians, like he literally doesn't notice them. Like it looks like you see damage to his body, but he doesn't notice. He doesn't notice them. Like he doesn't care. But it does something to his body. It just looks like very minimal.
And he also moves at half speed while he's inside of this as
Okay.
well.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Frosher?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a healing word at Vaughn's way, 2nd level. Let's cast this up. Take 11
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
bonus action. Oh,
11?
I can't cast a spell. You're right. As a 2nd action.
Yeah, it's true because you did it. I forgot. Yeah, you.
Okay.
If you've got a cantrip for him, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, sorry, Vaughn. You get no healing there because you can't do it right now.
Yep, that's all I can do.
Okay. Strayus, you're up. You're watching Vaughn get crushed. You see Froshrug kind of annoying the Deva, but that's about it. What would you like to do?
Is Froshrug on the other side of the pew, or did he hop over?
Yeah, he hopped over and he's kind of got a flanking position on the Deva.
That's not what I wanted. Okay. Fuck it. I think that's probably the easiest option. I'm going to have Astraeus cast. Where'd it go? Erupting Earth. It's a 20-foot. It's a 20-foot cube. So I wanted to basically make sure it catches both the Deva and the whatchamacallit, the Golem. And they both have to make a dex saving throw or take a bludgeoning damage. But every 5 feet in that, or pretty much every square in that 20-foot cube is rough terrain or difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'm assuming Froshrug has to make this save too because he'd be in there, right?
Fuck, never mind.
I don't care.
No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. All right, whatever. I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom on the Deva.
Okay.
So the Deva needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Got it. And that is a 22.
Okay.
I'm rolling. Actually, I'm rolling. I'm rolling. You guys are rolling like ass. I'm rolling really good. I've rolled nothing lower than
Yeah.
rolled pretty much like 15 or higher.
So he is going to take whatever half of this is. 12, so 6 necrotic damage.
All right, 6, and like you see, like you kind of see like fungi grow on him. It kind of looks like doing damage to him. All right, and it looks like it does normal, which should do. All right.
And then hold on. And then in addition, one creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit die to regain a number of hit points. Vaughn, you are able to roll two hit die to heal.
Okay.
Sweet. Little damage, little healing.
And
Meldos, you're on deck. I mean, Vaughn, you're on deck. Meldos after. So Vaughn, Meldos next.
And yeah, that is about it from me then.
All right, Vaughn, you're up. Vaughn, you are not feeling good as you just taken 2 giant hammer blows and felt like radiant damage pulse through your body.
Okay, I'm gonna use all my shit. So I'm gonna use my cunning action to disengage as a bonus action. I'm gonna do that first.
I
I'm
figured,
gonna
okay.
use my boots of striding and stringing though to make it super cool and just do a backflip essentially over these pews so that I can land in between pews but 30 feet away.
Got it. So about there. Okay, yeah. So you guys watch Vaughn do several backflips as like she just kind of flies back and kind of with the bow at the ready. I'm assuming you're gonna take some shots.
Yep. Essentially, as I'm landing down on my feet, I will pull out the Erebus and fail to load the right tab of D&D.
Did you also heal up?
No, because I need to look up what my hit dice is, which I haven't.
Okay.
I'll do it in this. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Your avarice is a +10.
Yeah, it's just she just rolled like shit that first round. She's got +10 to her attacks.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone is just moving really slowly. So 22 in the first.
22 will definitely hit.
So that is going to be 6 regular damage. I still have Hunter's Mark up, so that is going to be 6 more Hunter's Mark, or a d6. So 2 more Hunter's Mark damage, and then I still get sneak attack because Froststroke's there.
Yeah, Froststroke's there. Yeah, you got a sneak attack for sure.
2 more d6s, so that's 11 more damage.
That's a good roll right there. That was a good roll. All right, you see this arrow, same thing, and you hear the exaltation in your mind, Vaughn. You can roll your second attack.
All right. That is a 23.
That will hit. All right, so you see like arrow after arrow just streaming into this Dave, but the Dave is staggering under the fire actually at this point.
All right, so that's 12 damage.
Yep. All right.
And then do I do all of my sneak and...
No, you can't do sneak attack again.
But I do Hunter's Mark again.
I'm not sure about Hunter's Mark, but you definitely cannot do sneak. I know. I'm just not sure. You have to check Hunter's though.
I'm pretty sure Hunter's Mark works on both attacks.
It might. I'm not sure actually. So that's that one I'm not sure about. But I know sneak attack's only 1 per round.
Yeah, 100 mark should be every attack, I believe. 1 attack. Let me double check.
Whenever you hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, roll the Hunter's Mark.
All right, and that's another 6 damage.
Damn. So that was a great round. So this Deva, it looks like several arrows sticking out of the Deva. It looks like the arrows are causing this burning sensation on him, and he looks like he's panting, kind of like he's not like keeled over, but he looks like he's beat up. He's not looking good. All right, that's Vaughn's turn. Meldos, you're up.
Yeah. First, so Angels take some hits. This corpse thing is looking fine mostly, right?
Has not been touched and coming towards you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll move to block. Yeah, so I'll step in front of this corpse and I will punch it.
Okay, go for that punch.
Mostly I'm just like blocking the way. 17 to hit.
17 will definitely hit. Roll
All right.
damage.
So some thunder coming in at 9 damage.
So it's called thunder damage or lightning damage?
This is thunder.
Okay, I just want to make sure because it doesn't matter for that. All right, so does you see it like it looks like it smashes and like parts of the flesh like fly off as you hit it.
Ugh.
And it looks like it does what's supposed to do. Yeah, and it kind of groans like in a zombie-like groan.
Ugh. I'll do it again then.
Hmm.
13 to hit.
Got it. That'll definitely hit.
All right. I
This
like a
thing is
shambling corpse. 8 more
yeah,
damage. 8 more thunder.
8 more. So yeah, you just take off several pieces. The thing groans under your blows, but it doesn't. You did definitely damage. Like it's doing what you're supposed to be doing, but it looks still fresh.
Okay. Yeah. It's meaty. It's a meaty thing.
Yeah, meaty, easy to hit, but meaty. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Meldos?
So let's see. I got a lot of things I can do, and I've been trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna defensive field myself as a bonus action.
Got it.
So I'll trigger the armor basically. So like a glow comes over my whole body, and then I'm going to have Fisher just move away, like
Got
as
it. Keep
fast as
going
he
down.
can.
Keep going away. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got
And
you.
then I'm
Fish is
also
running like I'm trying, sir. I'm trying.
yeah, no, keep going, kid. And then I always
But like,
forget.
isn't he an angel? Can't he help me?
Don't trust the angels, kid. I always forget that I also have Marcos.
Yeah.
Marco is going to Marco's going to fly towards where Vaughn is. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's all Marco's going to do this time. Yep.
All right. So you see, Marcos flies towards Vaughn, and we'll decide what to do next with that.
Yeah.
All right. Deva is up. The Deva having all these arrows piercing, and he goes, kind of yells out, "One of you carries great evil." And you see it once again, does a jumping leap fly towards Vaughn, just like dedicated to crushing Vaughn. Frostro, you get an opportunity attack.
All right, I'm doing it. Actions.
Oh, sorry, Vaughn. You also get a D8 of healing. I forgot it's one of my abilities, so I'll just add you.
15 to hit.
I'll give you a D8.
15 misses Frostro. You just swing and just miss.
So 2 more.
Two
And
more.
Yeah, to you. Sorry, I forgot about it.
and the Deva going, and like you see they're approaching their breath, they put their hands on their chest, and you see several of the arrow wounds heal up as the arrows fall out of the Deva. You see they like light surround the Deva as some of the wounds on the Deva, and the Deva looks a little bit fresher, but that is their turn. All right. And now up is Vasilka. Vasilka goes up to Meldos and is just groaning and just starts to slam into Meldos. First one is a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and the second one is a 19 to hit.
That will also hit.
All right, so you take.
Oh, hold on 1 second. It might not be true. Because I have that shield now, right? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm wearing it already. Okay, yeah, they both hit.
All right, so you take 30 points of bludgeoning damage. It's just this thing, like this creature just has unnatural strength, just pounds you, and you just feel like gut shot after gut shot is just crushing you, crushed under its blows.
You said 30, right? Not
30. That's for 2 attacks. That's for 2 attacks.
okay.
So.
Yeah,
So that's all of it.
Meldos looks fine. He's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. All right, and that is Frostroke's turn.
All right. I'm gonna look at the construct. What is her name?
Vasilka.
Silka. Is the pendant symbol visible on her still? The necklace.
It's hanging from her chest. Yeah, it's still hanging
All right.
from her chest.
Can I try to make like a targeted attack to like kind of chop at the necklace like with my axe?
Yeah. So so make a target attack. Okay.
Yeah,
mhm. So I'll say it'll raise her AC a little bit, but her AC is very low because she's not very mobile. So it should still be an easy hit. So, but go ahead.
Okay. So I am going to attack with my great axe. 13 to hit.
I told you her AC is very low. So even with that, yes, you hit it. So you hit her in the chest. You'll do damage to her. So you roll damage, and you cut the chain off, and it falls off.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I'll roll the damage.
Yep.
12 damage.
Well, sounds good. All right, and you see your axe hits true. Actually, wait, do you have a magic axe?
My axe is a +1 great weapon. Yes, I received
good,
that.
Good. So it's a magic class. Good, because otherwise it would have done nothing. Good.
Okay. Okay. Do I notice any difference with this construct now that the symbol has fallen?
No, it's still acting normal, but it is free of the construct. And the construct doesn't look concerned about it.
Okay. With my bonus action, can I pick it up?
Yeah, I'll say bonus action. That's fine. Yeah, so you pick it up and you have the symbol of Ravenloft, which we'll talk about what that is later.
Okay. That'll end my turn.
Okay. All right. Next up is, I believe, Astraeus. Astraeus, you are up.
Okay. If you would, so this might be a lot in one go. So you tell me. Can I do a Can I do a bonus action and then hold an action, or is that too much? Basically, I want to I'd like to heal. I'd like to heal Vaughn a little bit, and then hold hold that erupting earth or spike growth on once she disengages.
Yeah.
Now that might be two spells in one go. So you tell me what you think of that.
I think I'm okay with it because, especially if you're using a healing word, which is it's a minor spell. So yeah, I'm okay with it. So you can ready erupting earth, and then you can also bonus action. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So then I'll do that real quick. First level healing word, and a D8. So Vaughn, that's another 7 points of healing. And then I'll ready erupting earth as soon as she gets out of the way.
Got it. Sounds good. All right. I believe it's Vaughn's turn then.
Okay. I am going to do it again. I'm going to use my springy boot. And instead of going straight back, I'm hoping I can get 30 feet on the other side of Astraeus. I mean, not 30 feet on the other side of him. I'm hoping 30 feet will get me to the other side of Astraeus.
Yep, like this. You use Astraeus to cover. Yeah, I'll say you can do it. It's about 30 feet.
I don't necessarily want to be just behind. I'm not trying to use him as cover necessarily, as I still want to have a clear shot.
I got you. Yeah. Okay, behind him. Got it.
Yeah. So then, as soon as she's out of the range, I will cast Erupting Earth. He needs to roll a Dex 15 saving throw, which I imagine is not hard for him.
Oh, actually, he rolled not as good there. 14, so he fails.
So he'll take 23 points of bludgeoning damage, and I guess the ground is difficult terrain, which I don't imagine really bothers him, but it is still a thing.
Yeah, you see his ankle kind of goes at an unnatural angle as this little earthquake shatters his ankle, and it looks like just decent damage to him. Okay. And he looks a little more messed up. His healing, it looks like it's already gone. Vaughn, you're up.
And then of course, if it's centered so that it's a 20-foot cube, basically I want as much of the area between him and me covered in case he decides to actually.
You see these pews break apart as the earth shatters and tile and masonry fly everywhere. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. And then I will also take as far I'll go as far back as I can.
Well, you didn't use your move. You didn't use your movement. You're still stuck there because you're stuck there. Vaughn definitely hits again though. 21. God damn that bow.
Yeah, you gave her a +10 to hit bow. That's a lot.
Oh, I know. Listen, there's a reason. I expected it.
All right, just 8 damage on the first.
Okay, 8 damage. Yeah, because you got no sneak attack on this one.
Oh, it rolled over from a natural 22 to 2.
But no. Yeah, that one will miss. Yeah, so you get one more arrow hits, but it doesn't do as much damage as you didn't quite get a sneaky hit in.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Okay. Meldos, you are up.
Okay, so Froststrike has stolen this thing's amulet, but it's still shambling, right? It's still
still shambling, still moving. It wasn't like apparently they had not. Yeah, it didn't look like it had any activation or any properties like that.
Was hoping, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That was a good idea.
I will continue to fight this and hope that you guys have that angel, right? Let's punch the zombie.
Punch the zombie. Yeah, it's like you're training with a meat slab in Rocky. Like you're just kind of beating up on this meat slab. Like
22
I'll definitely hit. Yeah.
And I'm like, What are you doing? We need you to help with this aid.
No.
Yeah, this angel, this giant ass mace is flying around.
Solid 5 damage there. I rolled a 1
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, you take a you take a little chunk. That's something.
They'll say, fine, you want some help? So then I will, my second action, I'll actually cast Firebolt at the Diva.
Okay.
I've
All right,
rarely used
roll-
Firebolt, so I'll say
Yeah, roll your
activate
spell attack.
Firebolt. We'll see what
I will
happens.
say you take disadvantage at it, though, because you're in melee with another creature, though.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how any of that works. I don't think this will hit. That was
Because
an 11.
it's like you're being interrupted because you're in melee combat with something else, right? You're trying to do the
Right,
spell. So range attacks, it works like that.
Okay, yeah. That's probably not going to hit. An 11.
Nah, yeah. So your firebolt hits like off the side of the
It
wall.
goes
doesn't do
goes
anything.
flying out in all sorts of directions.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Goes wide.
It's fine. Let's see. And this thing hits pretty hard. So I'm going to defense field again. So
Okay. All right. So you get put up your little shield. Got it.
another thing.
David's turn. David jumps up in range.
Have Fisher run away some more.
More, yeah. So Fisher's effectively heading up the stairs off the map.
Sweet.
All right, and then David's going to jump up, fly in the air, land between the strays, just crashing and destroying the rest of the pew. And yeah, I think he would do this. Yeah, he's going to go for Vaughn. I think it just makes sense. So first attack is a 23 to hit Vaughn.
Silvery bars again.
All right, so disadvantage. The second one will be a 23. I rolled the same thing, 15.
Both times. All right.
Yeah, so your damage is 23 and the first one. So he's smashes you with 23 damage with his mace. He's gonna go to hit again.
It's an automatic crit.
Right.
No,
No,
I'm not.
Oh, she's not down?
No, she's at 1 hit point.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
But
Good for
I'm not gonna roll damage with this next one because that's a 25 to hit.
So she's down.
So you watch as Vaughn just gets knocked senselessly unconscious by this giant mace as it just comes down crushing again as this angel seems enraged and trying to take Vaughn down. Just absolutely dedicated to taking Vaughn down because of what he feels from her presence. But that is the Davis turn. Next up is Vasilka. Vasilka is also looking enraged by the damage she's been taking from Meldos, and it's going to keep attacking Meldos. Meldos, first one is a 13 to hit.
Will not.
That fails, right?
Will not.
Yep. And the second one is a 10. Bad rolls in that
Definitely won't hit. Yeah.
Yeah, so it misses completely on
Is that the best
all
you've
those.
got?
Yeah, you hear. That's all you hear. All right, and next up is, I believe, Froshrud. Froshrud, you're up.
So Vasilka should take Spirit Guardian damage at the beginning of her turn. Do a Wisdom saving throw.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna fail that. Oh yeah, fails. Okay, so how much damage you take?
It's going to take 3d8. Let me roll those real
Yeah, I
quick.
was gonna say, go fail that. Not the wisest thing.
Okay, 3d8. Rolling 8 radiant damage. And next, I'm going to attack it with my great axe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural 1.
So you just missed Meldos's foot. You just missed it. Like,
Watch it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use my War Gods. My Guided Strike Channel Divinity to add a +10 to that roll. I'm gonna turn it into a 17 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, I'm gonna roll for damage. Oh, that's not a roll for damage.
Good God.
11 takes 11 slashing.
So yeah, you like cut off a giant chunk of flesh. It just falls like a piece of meat on the floor. And this thing's looking pretty bloody. But as you do more damage to it, it looks angrier and angrier.
Ooh.
It's looking more aggressive. It's like sort of flail more.
So I'm going to use my War Priest ability to, when I attack as an action, I can make a bonus action and attack again. So I'm going to attack one more time. 20 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
One more attack with the slash. 7 slashing damage.
7, yeah. So you see, so you just keep chunking pieces off. This thing's still standing, bloody, but it's getting, like I said, it's getting more like agitated as you do damage to it. It's growing in fury. You can see it's just starting getting more animated the more damage you do to it.
All right.
All right. And with that round, we'll stop there because I got to get up early tomorrow, and it's a good place to stop. You guys have Vaughn down, unconscious on the ground with mace strikes all over her. Estrella standing face to face with a raged angel with cursed arrows pointed out of it, and Meldos and Froshrug standing toe to toe with a growing abomination that looks angrier and angrier, and Fisher, who's bamfed the hell out of this cloister.
Good kid.
So
Smart kid.
those are the things. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
Into the
TPK,
hands of all-
Fisher's gonna save us all.
Into the waiting hands of all the mongrel folk upstairs.
He'll
All
be
right,
fine.
so
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about our current situation. Yeah.
you can take an angel 1v1, Strayus.
Yeah, great. 1v1 would have been great, but the problem is we got this flesh golem over here.
Put it up.
Yep, so we'll stop there, right?
All right.
Yep. So the encounter builder saves all. Just keep your stats the same. It should save everything. So I keep it running. So we'll see what happens next time on the bride to be. So
Thank you very much for the game.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Merry Christmas if I don't see y'all. But
yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Happy Holidays, all the good stuff.
Happy Hanukkah. Yeah. And
Yes.
I'll say goodbye to the stream. So.
Bye,
stream.
Later.
Come gather round, let us all give a cheer to the man we should thank and the reason we're here, to the handsome young fellow and savior of all, the saint that made sure that the